Prime Minister Malcolm Turnbull has been re-energised following his champion candidate John Alexander's victory in the Bennelong by-election, which means the coalition retained its parliamentary majority. He goes into the final week before Christmas with renewed vigour after a good couple of weeks, which also included Barnaby Joyce's thumping by-election win, the passing of the same-sex marriage bill in the final sitting week of Parliament for the year, and the scalp of Labour Senator Sam Dastyari. Treasurer Scott Morrison is expected to reveal an improved budget bottom line when he hands down his mid-year review, gaining a revenue windfall from a buoyant jobs market. Mr Turnbull also has to reshuffle his front bench to include New Nationals deputy Bridget McKenzie and replace Scott Ryan, who is now Senate President. On Saturday, an ecstatic Prime Minister thanked the jubilant crowd for returning Mr Alexander to Canberra. "They have said yes, John Alexander. You are Bennelong's champion, just as you have Australia's champion." With votes still being counted on Saturday night, Mr Alexander had won close to 55% of the two-party preferred vote following a bitter campaign filled with stunts and dirty tricks. A loss in the previously safe Liberal seat would have left the government with 75 seats in the 150-seat House of Representatives, forcing it to rely on the crossbench to get its legislation through. The former tennis star declared his win over Labour star candidate Kristen Keely a renaissance of Mr Turnbull's leadership before an adoring sea of blue. Labour is attempting to frame the loss as a success for the party movement more broadly and a rebuke of Mr Turnbull and his government. Ms Keely claimed the party was energised by the result because if the swing was replicated in a general election, Labour would gain up to 28 seats. Opposition leader Bill Shorten said the swing to Ms Keely gave Labour an election-winning swing at the next federal poll, which is not due until 2019. Friends, Labour finishes 2017 with the most remarkable wind in its sails, not the least because of the effort of people in this room, he said. And I promise in 2018, it will be a year of courage. Using tonight's example, we will be courageous and we will stand up and put people first. Talk has already turned to Kristen Keely taking up Labour's vacant Senate seat following her loss in the Bennelong by-election. "I think Kristen Keely would be a great asset for Labour in Canberra," Labour frontbencher Matt Thistlethwaite told Sky News, while pointing out nominations had yet to open. The vacancy was created by the resignation of Sam Dastyari last Tuesday over his links to a Chinese businessman and political donor. Copyright 9 Digital Proprietary Limited 2017.